have a very bad case of whiplash where we're told, you know, on the campaign trail, President Trump, where's your plan? You don't have one. I've got one. Then there is no federal government response. And then there's cleanup on aisle 5 with the White House Twitter feed, the chief of staff, and finally President Biden saying he now has a federal plan. It's just all head spinning.
Yeah, it's very schizophrenic. And what's interesting to me is that the latest thing, you know, where he says, no, I really do have a federal plan, came in the form of a tweet. Well, what do you and I know about Joe Biden? He's very old and he's not tweeting. So somebody else is tweeting this. And that means that, you know, first of all, it begs the question, who's in charge? And we have a right to ask that question. Is it? And he's not tweeting. So somebody else is tweeting this. And that means that, you know, first of all, it begs the question, who's in charge? And we have a right to ask that question. Is it his staff? Is there a cabal of, you know, Valerie Jarrett and Susan Rice and Obama people doing it? Who is in charge? We ought to know that. And two, look, I don't blame him for Omicron. I blame him for not having the test. But the fact is, this is a virus. It spreads. Everyone's going to get it. And the fact is that this administration refuses to acknowledge some basic facts that we have now learned over 2 years. There are natural immunities. We now know with Omicron there are some breakthroughs, even with natural immunity, but especially with the vax. The vax are the ones getting Omicron and spreading it the most. So we now know with Omicron there are some breakthroughs, even with natural immunity, but especially with the vax. The vax are the ones getting Omicron and spreading it the most. So there are some breakthroughs, even with natural immunity, but especially with the vax. The vax are the ones getting Omicron and spreading it the most. So
Shalom Yasharal, all praises and glory goes to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and in truth with his great gospel, man. And thank God we're in the times that we're in right now, the awakening, that it's closer to our salvation and our deliverance, because we need away from these fucking zombie-ass Edomites, man. They can't even put their own house in order. How the fuck are they supposed to fix our problems to you zombie-ass Negroes and Hispanics who's looking for the so-called white man to fix your problems, to fix all your issues in your life like he's God? Yeah, the earth is given into his wicked ass hands, but he's not here to solve problems. He's here to make more problems, cause more trouble. And all you gotta do is look at his history. Just like when you go do a fucking, when you go apply for a job, this devil, he do a background check on you, man. He find out your history. You should be doing a background check on who? Esau Edom, man. And right now, they trying to figure out who's in control. Is it the Republicans, the Democrats? Who's running America? Who's running America? The same motherfuckers who always been running America. Satan, goddammit, the wicked. The wicked, man. You can put all you Edomites in the same basket. It don't matter if you're a Republican Edomite or a Democrat Edomite or a neutral Edomite, conservative Edomite, a gay Edomite, a sodomite Edomite. You're an Edomite. And you're the wicked. They give you this false illusion here in Babylon the Great that you actually have a choice. You actually have a choice. You actually have a voice. Your votes actually count when none of that even fucking matters, man. These people, they got their agenda. It's been written. It's been set up, and it's gonna happen. They're gonna give you a false illusion. They're gonna give you a false illusion here in what? Babylon the Great. And the word Babylon is what? Babel, confusion. It says to effectively control a nation, allow them a little hope. I'm gonna read that again. To effectively control a nation, allow them a little hope by offering them a choice of which of your two parties they would like to submit their will to. Yeah, that's it. See, you Israelites, you said, you know what, man, I'm not following Esau, but guess what? You still following Esau. You still vote. You still vote. You still part of his society, his part of his system. As long as you're financially connected, emotionally connected, you're part of this man's system. You gotta realize America, Babylon, the representation of American Babylon is you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Edom. It's the collection of all these heathen nations. It's confusion. That's what represents America. But who's at the helm? These so-called white people, man, who done gave you this false hope of a two-party, like you got a choice. Matter of fact, let me read this right quick. This is the book of Romans 10:3. It says, for they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh. Yeah, you rather follow the fake laws and statutes of righteousness of Esau, but you ain't gonna stop eating that pork. You ain't gonna keep a beard on your face. You ain't gonna stop committing adultery. You're gonna continue to slaughter and murder and thief and rob and steal. You're gonna continue to be wicked. And you're gonna try to justify it, man. As these people, man, how many motherfucking criminals and murderers and got off in court and guilty as fuck? But guess what? You're in a wicked society, man. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness. That's what you got these jakes trying to do here in Babylon the Great. They're ignorant of the laws and statutes of the Most High, so they go about trying to establish their own selves in Satan's realm, in Satan's kingdom. You're going to get the same judgment as the fucking devil, man. I'm going to read, to effectively control a nation. Allow them a little hope of offering them a choice of which of your two parties, of their two parties, they done set up Edom, they would like to submit their will to. Encourage debate only within the limited scope of the two-party system. Yeah, only a debate about what they want you to debate about. Abortion, gun rights, gays and lesbians. Yeah, they keep you arguing over the same dumb fucking shit. Encourage debate only within the limited scopes of the two-party system. They will keep going around in circles. They will keep going around in circles, arguing between themselves while you implement your agenda, regardless of which party is in power. It don't fucking matter who's in power, man. Satan running. This is Satan's show. You done got hit with a grand illusion. And you following after these Democrats and reprobaticans. And it's only going to lead to what? Your demise. You ain't supposed to fucking follow the wicked, man. That's the wicked shit. I'm going to go to the book of Psalms. Let's do Psalms 55. We'll do Psalms 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. That's these politicians. Yeah, they come with those pleasing words. Yeah, more jobs, more jobs. Let's get rid of the immigrants. We got to close the borders. We got to close the borders. Yeah, don't you want to be protected? We need more gun rights, more gun rights. Yeah, more insurance. Insurance. Making doctors rich. It's all about, because most of these niggas is ex-doctors, ex-lawyers who became these politicians, ex-businessmen. That's who run this society right here. These so-called senators and and congressmen. Ex-greedy motherfucking rich Edomite motherfuckers who don't give two fucks about the poor. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. It's all about pleasing your constituents, the people that's paying for your campaign. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what? But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, wet yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, because these politicians come with the smooth words. Smooth words, but really it's all about keeping you blind, keeping you dumb, keeping you stuck going in a circle, arguing about the same shit. Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. What is the Lord doing? The Lord got these Edomites, man, exposing their own selves, man. Exposing their own selves. They telling on themselves. How do we know about their filthiness and their wickedness? Because they're telling on their own selves, man. It says, for thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty. Thine own mouth condemneth thee. And that's what they're condemning themselves. Because every time a white Democrat talk about a Republican, a white Republican, it's just Edomite on Edomite hate. And guess what? This is a good thing. This is a good thing. We should be proud. We should be rejoicing. Salaki, Job 15, and I'm going to start at 5. It says, for thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of thy crafty. Thine own mouth condemneth thee. And these Edomites, this council of Edomites just talk about, yeah, who really runs America? Should ask the same questions when you Republicans were in power. Who really runs America? It don't matter who's in power, like this thing just said. I'm going to read it again. To effectively control a nation. Allow them a little hope by offering them a choice of which of your two parties, these Edomites' two parties, they would like to submit their will to. Encourage debate only within limited scopes of the two-party system, man. The Lord ain't dealing with all debate shit. That back and forth bickering, man. It's a law, and it's either you follow it, and if you don't follow it, you get judgment. They will keep going around in circles. It says encourage debate only within the limited scope of the two-party system. They will keep going around in circles, arguing between themselves while you implement your agenda, a new world order, regardless of which party is in power.